didn't you also talk to us about a black Superman? There was like two black Supermans. We had a Michael B. Jordan, supposedly black Superman movie. Then we had a J.J. Abrams and Ta-Nehisi Coates black Superman movie. There was there's going to be some blackity black Superman just running around, flying around in DC. Now, again, a lot of those things were in development before James Gunn showed up, but the question was asked to him, like, yo, what's going to happen with these things? Are they still going to happen? Like, what are you going to do? Because he did already announce that Superman Legacy and other Elseworld stuff was going to be around. So what do we do with Black Superman? Well, James Gunn said this: those two things are totally unrelated. That's an exciting movie. I know what Chantel Nong, who is the executive on that project, is extremely excited about it. So if it comes in and it's great, which I haven't read the script, and if the timing is right, that could absolutely happen. That's totally unrelated, but this Black Superman movie would be an Elseworlds tale, just like Joker. Okay. So basically, he's saying that, like, you know what? The Ta-Nehisi Coates movie, it's not gone. It's not off the table. You still can have it come in, and it will just live, side by side. Now, if you were here last week, or if you've seen my last video where I talked about on the replay clip, where I talked about James Gunn said that he has a plan for some of these black characters in DC, some of the milestone characters. This was part of what I was talking about, because somebody, I had a conversation with someone in the comments, and they were kind of asking, like, well, it's like, it sounds like you always complaining. It sounds like you're not happy enough. Like, why aren't you satisfied that James Gunn is giving you black characters? Y'all gonna have it elsewhere. Why aren't you happy with that? Like, why can't you just accept it? And I was like, okay, cool. Like, because it don't sound like you understand the perspective. Let me explain. I've told y'all before that there's levels to this. And one of my concerns has been, I don't want black characters, or any minorities for that matter, but specifically black characters, to be sidelined. I don't want them to be othered. What do I mean by that? Comic books are at the very bottom, but they're also the source material. And what I mean by the bottom is they are the bottom in terms of visibility. Everybody's not a comic book writer or a reader. It's not a global thing, right? A lot of people read comics, but not everybody, right? After comics, then you have animation. Animation is going to we have things in animation, right? We have black characters in the comics. We have black characters that are in animated movies, Vixen, Green Lantern, and that's great. TV is one step above animation, right? TV is more broad. It grabs more people. You get more eyeballs with that compared to animation, because some people think animation ain't for them. But when it's live action TV, now you can bring people into the fold like Peacemaker did. Peacemaker was like one of the number one shows for, while it was on for a little bit. So we have Amanda Waller. We have the Green Lantern co-starring in a John Stewart co-starring in the Green Lantern live action TV series. That's great. Then you have this Elseworlds. You have the movies that go on the big screen, and that to me makes a big difference. The moment characters that are not very well known go onto the big screen, that gives a huge opportunity for more people to be exposed to them. We just talked about Guardians of the Galaxy earlier on. Wasn't nobody checking for them. Comic book readers weren't checking for them. But now, Guardians of the Galaxy is almost a household name, right? But then look at Black Panther. Black Panther been around for 55 years in comics. And I'll admit it, I wasn't even put on Black Panther first. I got on Spider-Man and Superman and stuff like that. But like, Black Panther been around for 5 decades. And if you walked up to the average person and asked them who's Black Panther, they'd be like, who's that? What is that? The party? Like, what, the black party? What are you talking about? So it wasn't until Black Panther got on the big screen that all of a sudden, wow, opened up a lot of eyes. and a lot of people were like, yo, Black Panther has now gone from, like, let's say a B-list character to now A-list. Black Panther can now be in the same, echelon as like all these other top superheroes because of the exposure. But now's the difference when it comes to the Elseworld stuff. When you talk about Elseworld, sure, these things are going to be on the big screen, and that's great. Joker made $1 billion. That's great. But it's not official, right? Just by the mere definition, it's Elseworlds, it's other, it's something on the side. Let me give you the example. It's just like baseball, right? If you sit here and tell me that the black characters, your two black Superman, are only going to be in Elseworlds, and you mean to tell me the DCU is not going to have a leading solo lead black DC character? To me, it's just like baseball. You got the Negro League and you got the MLB. That's all it is. Oh, it's fine. Go play in the Negro League. You'll be all right. That's how it feels. That's how it comes off by saying it's Elseworlds. Joker doesn't have to worry about that. You know why? Because even though Joker is in Elseworlds, you mean to tell me you're going to have a Batman movie in the DCU and not bring in another Joker? Please. Joker already got two spinoffs. You got the Joker and you got the Batman Joker with Matt Reeves in Elseworlds. You will get another Joker in the DCU. So my thing is this: just make sure you don't make black characters in the DCU supporting characters or part of an ensemble or only co-stars. No, give them the same treatment that you would to all the other characters too. Superman got his own solo movie. He don't need no help. Batman got his own movie. Yeah, he might have Damian, but come on now. We've had enough Batman. You already went out your way to give Cara Lane, Supergirl. You already went out your way to give Supergirl a whole solo movie. I would argue that you got a lot of the more popular characters more than Supergirl that happen to also be minorities. You could give me a Static movie right now. I'll watch that over Supergirl any day. Just right now. So again, and I'm not blaming James Gunn. I'm not accusing James Gunn of anything. I'm just saying you're on notice, right? I've seen you use diversity and inclusion in your stuff, and I do believe that James Gunn has got a good head on his shoulders from what I've seen in terms of in that regard. I just don't want him to fall in the trap that has been the case for DC for a long time. DC been white for a long time, okay? And even when they do bring in a couple things, it don't come on the big screen. It ain't like that. I know some people was like, oh, but what about The Rock and Black Adam? First of all, I mean, okay, The Rock can identify as black. That's fine. Black Adam is not identified as a black character. That's a Middle Eastern something, character. Black Adam ain't from the motherland, not like that, at least not to my understanding. So, the only real black characters we got was Steel and Catwoman. Ugh. Not a good look. So anyway, I do like the fact that, that these are happening. I do like the fact that they're still happening. But at the same time, I'm like, look, don't be giving us the sideline with this stuff, though. Go ahead. I'm not saying you have to have a black Superman in the DCU either. Just don't leave us on the sidelines in the Negro League. Just don't do that. Anyway, y'all let me know, what do you think about this news that the black Superman is still possible, still coming through, and that it's just a matter of time and making sure everything works out. Y'all let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. This was just a segment of one of my live chats, and if you're interested in joining in on the next one, be sure to subscribe and turn on your notifications for more. I've got more videos and reviews to do for you all, and until next time, I'll see you all later.